Good day, lords and ladies of the internet. I am your host, the Parafox Archangel, the English gentleman of the internet, and I welcome you back to Frostpunk, where we just managed to complete that building the foundations. So now we need to build the heart of the generator. So, in order to do this, we need 2 support frames and 1 core. So, here's the question. Oh, we're actually not far off the support frames. Oh, that works perfectly out. Works out perfectly then. Well, we will need a foundry. I don't have a foundry. Great work on building the generator's foundations. You're making good time. No, we're not. Down here, bad weather and crop failures prompted an exodus to the colonies. Those who place their hopes in their government's newly unveiled evacuation plan. Our company was accused of profiteering by oppositional politicians. Pure slander, of course. Unfortunately, we lost contact with Site 120. We are attaching its coordinates and would appreciate it if you could spare a few men to check up on them. How many of these sites failed? Out of interest. Because I'm noticing a key thing about these sites. So,
enjoy the achievements of the working class.
I don't like your working class. So now we can start working on this thing. We can give them short shifts to try and increase the safety. We can put all the workers inside there to make sure that they're working soundly. We don't have much we need to...
Workers, rejoice. Your shift begins.
Ventilation plants are better. Good! Start making the foundry, please. How's our sawmill doing? It's almost run out. Don't I have another one? What's this? House of Pleasure, end the disease. A group of our people decries your decision to carry on forced medical examinations on prostitutes. You punish the victims of a vice, and the men guilty of both the vice and the suffering of these women go unpunished. This has to end. Shut down the House of Pleasure. No longer raise motivation. Motivation will fall. Discontent will rise. I'd rather take the discontent. And we've just finished a foundry. Excellent. Let us now build that foundry within range of the agitator. Excellent. What's this? Saboteur! Sir, a group of workers claims that they got the man they saw loitering around the construction site before the fire. The engineer explains in a trembling voice that he was waiting for a date, but nobody comes forward to confirm his story. A foreman scowls at him. Face the truth, boss. Engineers hate the changes. They sabotage the construction to have you sacked. Let's teach them a lesson. The engineer will be hurt, motivation will rise. Or I can greatly rise discontent. Screw it, punish him! Turn him into a martyr for the cause. I don't give a damn. That did not take long to build, that support frame. Workers' camp. Survivors. Dozens of workers eye us suspiciously as we approach. They're a pitiful sight, starving and dressed in rags which don't cover their injuries. Runaway workers. The workers tell us about Site 120, where they told in inhuman conditions under their slave-driving boss until they had had enough and ran away one night. They beg us not to betray them if we visit their site. They're starved and about half of them are sick. They won't survive alone in the wilderness. Leave them, tell them to stay put, or lead them to our camp. You know what? We'll lead them to our camp. And you know what? If I'm going to have the extra people, I feel I should Steam reloading station. Okay. I feel as though I should probably make myself another dock. You know, just for having the extra dock. Now, how much does this take? 25 steel and 50 coal. Well, it's going to be less than that soon when we finish the research. But still. They've returned to the city. Excellent. Now, if you could then go to Bald Hill. We need workers. Houses for those workers, do we? Not a problem, good chaps. There. Some houses. There's a lot of untreated sick people right now. Show of force. Reduce discontent greatly. I like the sound of that. It will hurt people. But, you know, we really don't need to care. We could just execute people. That also doesn't seem too bad. And I could install extended shift. You know what? I think... What's my discontent right now? It's a little up there. It's a little up there. I could give people comfortable quarters. It's not like we don't have space needed to do it. Evening bouts will reduce discontent. That also seems like a really good one. Some fighters will sometimes get hurt. That's fine. I accept that. They'll probably get hurt less than us physically going around with a gun and going, hey, do what we say or we'll shoot you. Bang! What do you mean you were doing what I was telling you to do? I'm itching to see a good fight. It's just like old times. God, I hate this stupid snow. How are we supposed to survive this weather sleeping in tents? First snow. On this morning, the camp wakes up to the sight of dancing white flakes. The first snow came much sooner than anyone expected, and although it melts soon, the mood remains depressed. People shuffle through the mist, the falling snow muffling their voices, and turning them like pale ghosts. Someone curses under their breath, "This is the last thing we needed. Working in such snow is going to be a drag." This nasty surprise heralds an unnaturally early winter, but nobody feels like talking about that. Yeah, because it means the engineers were right. Right then. Now, we need to finish off trying to get as many trees cut down as we can. Huge coal pile. Since when did we have these? Right, guys.
To work. Remember to report slackers.
Yeah! I like the... Now I'm beginning to... Look at this. Avoid slacker... report your slackers. Yeah. Let us get to work on those. Have you finished that process yet? No. There we go then. Right, they can be made faster and cheaper now. Good. How many do I need? 25. I've got 15 right now, so... Okay, maybe it's not so bad. I definitely question whether there's enough steel and whatnot. Enough wood at all around these places. Because it definitely looks like we might be falling short a little on wood. Purge. Sir, the militia rounded up all the engineers they considered troublesome. This lot has been causing trouble all along. Let us end it once and for all, so that we can finally concentrate on building the generator. They're talking about mass execution. They're not asking for our permission. I don't have a choice, do I? I love how they're telling me to go for the extreme method. Well, the discontent rose greatly. And I mean, you just hindered part of our research and all that, but I guess you don't care about that, pitiful little people, do you? Can I look at my telegraph tower? Yeah, can I get some more engineers, please? I mean, it's not unlikely that they're just going to be killed on the spot for being engineers, but I'd like some more engineers, please. How long do I have till this? Day 35.
Workers, put down your tools.
I don't think we're making bad progress. What's this? The beginnings of the end. Change of plans. Sir, a telegram from London. We're going to be cut off. The frost is coming sooner than expected. Royal Meteorological Society warns that the sea will freeze in 12 days, stopping all navigation and fishing. We will cease all shipments in 10 days. Start stockpiling materials and food. The evacuation by an icebreaker is planned in 18 days. It is imperative that you complete the generator by then. You must finish... Deliveries will end on day 37. You must finish the generator by day 45. Well... This is bad. Does that mean all resources? Oh, fuck. You know what? You know what? We don't need coal. Start switching that to wood. And switch this one to steel. Because even if we got some wood around the place, I don't think we have enough. Also, that means we have to have a shipment. Make sure we're shipping in as much as possible. Preparing for the cold. Sir, the coming cold threw everyone off gold. If the forecasts are true, it will make finishing construction more difficult. Crew working on technology started thinking about ways we could at least somewhat mitigate coming cold. If you want to, some ideas are selected as per your solution. So now we unlock just standard this. Allows us to build braziers, which burn coal, raising the temperature around them. I see. Maybe I should be stockpiling coal. Sir, people we rescued from the workers' camp who fled from the failed generator site are unhappy with life in our camp. They complain about workplace safety and overtime. What overtime? You've got reduced shifts, you idiots! They call the work condition inhumane. They complain that our camp resembles their own too much. What's worse, our people listen to them and grow anxious. Yeah, I'll beat some sense into them. I don't care if they're gravely injured. Hello. Site 120. This place eerily resembles your own camp, but destroyed by fire and riots. It seems that their generator was nearly completed before it blew up. Site 120 has been destroyed by a violent rebellion. Unburied bodies lie everywhere. We found no survivors. Peeking into the generator pit, we saw even more bodies scattered at the bottom. Judging from their clothes, most of the victims were engineers. All buildings are in ruin, gutted by fire or wrecked on purpose. We'll gather whatever supplies we can find and leave this terrible place. What's in these snowy hills, then? Considering that's an option. Our last hope. Thank you for investigating Site 120. We're sorry to hear of their fate. Surely the workers you took in must know more that they are letting on. We strongly suspect that subversive elements are hiding amongst them and urge you to keep an eye out for dangerous people. According to reports from all over the globe, the cooling shows no sign of slowing down. With the other generator projects scrapped, your site is now Liverpool's last hope. Right. Okay. You know what? I think you might need to switch to steel. Or maybe back to coal. I'm not sure. Abandoned burdens. Searching the area, we found some resources scattered around. The fugitives must have left all inessential supplies behind to lighten their load before entering the hills. There's no telling what happened to them, but considering the remoteness of this land and harsh climate, they are likely to die of starvation and exposure before finding any help. You know what? Head over to this herd of reindeer, will you? You know, if I can actually click on it. Graffiti. Someone to face an agitator. Worker, you are being used. Don't fall for lies. Although there's no telling who did it. I'd rather have discontent rise, because we got less discontent than we do the other one. Now then, let's look up heaters. Or maybe braziers. Braziers. They don't actually burn that much coal. So, yeah. Alright, what else can we buy? Maybe we should get another steam core and 10 more engineers. Come on. Where else are engineers needed? We've got 20 engineers. Let's put them to work. Wherever the hell they need to be put to work. And because I can use engineers like workers, I say everywhere. Now, can we also just rise the motivation for us, please? Excellent. Now then. Now then. I think it's time we had extended shifts.
Listen, everybody.
My father used to tell us they were lucky to work 10 hours a day. Right, engineers, you're now working the extended shifts. We have those composites, but I somehow suspect we're going to need more, so can we keep building them? Oh, I can do another lore already, can I? People working on extended shifts eat an additional half a ration per day. They don't cause as much discontent. You know what? I'll take the discontent. I don't care. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to take this show of force ability, you know, just in case. Allows us to raise the temperature around any brazier by 2 levels at the cost of doubling its coal. They will burn 33% less coal. That's pretty good. Allows us to extend the range of any brazier. What tier 5 upgrades even are there? Infirmary, burners, and reload stations. You know what? Screw it. Take it. Oh, you're done with that last one, are you? Well, now you work on that one. And with... Oh, what's this? An affront. An engineer employed as a worker refuses to do manual labor. This is an outrage. I have a degree. Find me a job that is worthy of my expertise. Workers jeer at him. What's the matter? Afraid to get your white hands dirty? Bloody hell, we'll show you what you're worth, you twit. Let them educate him. It's easier. Right, we have more workers arrived. Excellent. I can wait a day for this logistical limit to go up. I need 10 more workers from somewhere. Namely this place. There we go. You can work in that one instead. And what do you find at this herd of reindeer? The reindeer have no way to escape. We could stop here for a few days and hunt them, and dig up those buried by the avalanche. Sure. That sounds good. Tier 5 techs? Excellent. Now tell me, what's the difference of these? I think we definitely need to start researching efficiency. Immediately, quickly as possible. We still have high motivation, which is good. I can have evening prayers, which will increase motivation, which is nice. You know, I'm starting to think we might need gruel. If the frost is coming, I think we're going to need gruel. Let's get some gruel. Fire danger. Sir, a small fire broke out in the unfinished core. We managed to put it out before it spread, but this is bound to happen again if we do not improve work safety. Additionally, we can build fire dampeners inside the structure. Build fire dampeners. And then let's build some more steel composites. Okay. Well, there's not much I can do to improve that work standard right now, I'm afraid. What are you on about? It is safe. You gotta love when people don't realize what's best for them, don't you? Everything's about to get colder as well.
Shift ends.
That's still got 3 days worth of food. That one's got some food, and then beyond that, we don't really have much to work with. So what do these cocaine pills do, then? Ability, use cocaines in the cookhouse to increase motivation. Low risk of chance of death by overdose. Alright. I think I might actually need some prostheses, don't I? Yes! Is the answer. Prosthesis shipments, please. How much do they cost? 3? You're a bloody bastard. I'll take 18. Wouldn't it just be cheaper to get more workers? Oh god, what's happening now? This cold is going to make life harder for everyone. It's freezing. How are we supposed to work in such cold? I just hope it won't get any colder. Oh, it's going to get colder. It is going to get colder. We need a large resource deposit, if you don't mind, guys. If you could build it right there. Wandering Hands. A worker suspected of attempted sabotage complains that the militarians subjected her to a thorough body search. Funny how men and older ladies are never suspect, she says. This is untrue. We checked everyone who's reported, replies the militarian. I'm gonna side with the militiaman, because I can't accept a reduction in motivation right now. I like my 30% work efficiency. I need the advanced supercharge. So that when I use these Steam exchanges, I'm using them properly. Also, it might just be me, but I really think we need as much food as possible right now. I don't like how everything's moving. Transportation has arrived with the prosthesis. Excellent. Go grab your prosthetics, you idiots. And get to work. What's this high flow? Reduced coal consumption even further. Not needed that much. I really think it's too late to start upgrading the docks as well. I should have done that ages ago. Discontent raises strike chance by such and such. Oh, really? There's your strike. There's your discontent. Back in business. A beaming worker approaches you, walking stiffly on a newly fitted prosthesis you had shipped from the homeland. I just wanted to thank you. I was slowly going mad, working in the care house for half pay. Now I'm back in business. Motivation rises. Glad to hear that. Okay. Now we can raise the heat. But we also need to upgrade that so that the heat is not risen too much. In addition, make stuff. We constantly need stuff being made, like these structures. Mostly the structures, actually. Although Steam exchanges are nice as well.
The workday is over. Report for your voluntary duties.
I love the emphasis he puts on the word voluntary. I could build a lot more houses. Only 8 people. How many beds do I have free right now? 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would need to build a very large section of new houses. Which I don't think is the worst thing in the world. Especially if I can make it up here. You really can't build a new thing right there? Are you serious? Okay, we've run out of fish from the... We've ran out of fish. Go to the hunting grounds now, then.
The workday starts. Glory to the working class.
Oh, what's happening? We must get them out. Oh, Jesus! Sounds sounds of the explosion come from the generator, and then the din of terrified voices. A fire broke out in the nearly finished core. Many workers are trapped inside. We can evacuate them, but if the fire is allowed to spread unchecked, it will destroy the core and they will be forever crippled. The generator will be of nominal quality. Many workers will be gravely injured. Some progress on the core will be lost. Cut off air supply. Well, we'll use the fire dampeners then. I had them installed for a reason. Now, if you don't mind, we are going to overcharge this place. We have 2 days to finish this place off. Get on it. What now? Alarming rumours. Sir, it seems that word of the last news from London have spread across camp. People whisper all sorts of wild tales, but the most widespread rumour is that everyone will be left here to die. Are we going to do something about it? Let people talk. When something bad happens, that's when I'll use the... whatchamacallit. Hurt by words. Sir, engineers are worried that certain messages broadcasted by the agitators undermine their authority. You think you have any authority at this point? You have been beaten. You have been executed. What authority? They take issues with slogans meant to boost worker resolve and motivation, such as "Worker, show engineers what you're made of," or "Engineers said it couldn't be done, prove them wrong." Leave the slogans, I accept the discontent. Oh great, we're now out of wood. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Okay. If we're out of wood, that means I really need to care about what I research next. Such as infirmary checklists, which I don't have for some reason. I have to turn off the bathhouses, don't I? Yes. They're eating too much coal. You know what, I just thought, where's braziers? There's a brazier. Is this a thing that leads to... oh my god, they're bloody tiny. I did not realise the brazier was so uselessly small. Of course, the core's on strike. Let's make sure we're doubling the extent. You know what? Have some food. It worked. It worked. Good old Sally. Workers' Council took initiative to organise an after-hours Aunt Sally tournament. Workers are in high spirits, throwing sticks at the dolly crowned with an old bowler hat. "Whack it!" shouts one of the players. "Right in the head! Oh, what a shot! I swear this dolly looks like my bloody foreman in his stupid hat." You have done God's work today, simple little council. There we go. Milestone achieved. Now erect 2 parts of a thermal hull which will make up the central part of the generator. Okay, what do you need for that? 25 steam exchangers, 10 steel composites. Oh my god, I need so much steel. End of toxic danger. Sir, now that the core of the generator is finished, we are able to seal the whole structure tightly. The toxic gas venting from the structure can no longer reach the surface. We won't have to deal with them anymore. Oh, thank Christ! Take off that bloody safety function then. Chaos rising. You have to give me bad news with every bit of good news, don't you? With the heart of the generator finished, the project is well on its way to completion. Well done. Amidst political turmoil political turmoil back home, word got out that most generators won't be operational on time, causing widespread panic. The interim government set up a lottery system, but people claim it's rigged. The situation is volatile, and the authorities brace themselves for riots. The country is sinking into chaos. You mean like you'd expect it to do? We can't spend time on structures anymore. And here comes more cold. Yay! Let's take 10 prothesis, just in case. And this is like my last chance to buy people. There we go. Do I actually need that many more people? I don't know. I don't think so. We're going to do it anyway. We have actually quite a few days to finish. The last delivery ships will depart. The last delivery ships will depart in 2 days, and it's obvious that your people know something's afoot. Sedation is in the air, and it may be wise to prepare for the worst. Guard the docks. And then go on military force. Suspicious minds. Sir, we noticed that one of our engineers is sending very long letters to Aunt Bertha almost every day. They regard family and religious matters and seem inconspicuous, but the German-sounding name of his aunt raised our suspicions. We found out that by rearranging certain letters, we can form sentences such as shaft rotor or iron coupler. We also found flu rhino and cackle grain, but this might be code. What should we do about the engineer? Intercept all of his letters and see what we can find. Well, we got tons of food at least. What worries me is our distinct lack of... There, we need 10 composites. We have 5 composites. We don't need 10 more. We just need these. What else can I boost? I could do that, but that's pointless at this point. I could... Upgrading the docks is definitely pointless at this point. Let's just upgrade the make the infirmary warmer. What temperature is everything? Fine. Everything is a fine temperature. Strike risk, none. High discontent, show of force, workers' council. Glad to hear that. Let us break down the useless sawmills for the little bit of wood we can salvage off them. I'm pretty sure we have all of the whatchamacallit we need at this point. I think this needs an extended shift. Is there anything I can still upgrade that is worth upgrading? I could make medical mechanization, but we got plenty of people to work with that, so it's useless. And the rest, these are definitely useless. In fact, oh, didn't I make one of those? Oh, I never made a ventilation thing, did I? Huh, that explains why everyone was so distressed. Long hours of turmoil. So, our people are worn out. Some of their efforts, no. No. I'm afraid we can't have that. There's nothing more we can research that is in any way useful to us, apart from possibly kilns. You know what? Research the kilns. We might need to trade the wood for whatchamacallit. Last order. Okay. What do we need? We don't need many more prothesis. I want more engineers. Everything is going okay right now. The IEC can no longer send help. Does that mean we can no longer get stuff from these? Actually, I don't think we need steel anymore. Change that to coal and see if you can still get some. Okay, and now it's cold. 10 steel, and... Okay, we don't need people working in there. Or people working in there. If you don't need to work in a place, you're not working in a place. You got it? Alright, we're at the point where we need to start considering people's feelings and the fact that they might want to be warm, despite the fact they're British and should learn not that warmth is a myth. Oh my god, look at that discontent. Discontent and strikes. Sir, we'd like to draw your attention to the high level of discontent amongst our people. Yeah, I'm noticing that. Alternative design. A construction worker came up with an ingenious redesign of joints used for scaffolding in former. It's a minor and apparently safe change which should significantly improve adaptation. Construction will advance by 10%. Sure then. What's the harm? The last transport has arrived. I could just use that now and finish off the construction side. But if I do that, I won't be able to make it immediately. Shove off! We're going home! Get out the way, you bastards! Stand aside, please. We have to inspect these vessels. Don't push me, I'm an engineer. Do I want 5% of workers to get hurt, or do I want 15% of them all to leave? I would rather them get hurt. I don't care what level of discontent we have right now. Oh great, the hunting grounds ran out of food now. Alright. Oh! So these have now completely buggered all now. I'm glad I stocked up on those rations. Well, if they can't work anymore, or do anything more, then we should just break them. Now everyone, what's this? We're alone. The camp wakes up in eerie silence. With the last ships gone, we can no longer count on any outside support. No supplies, no mail, no way to evacuate in an emergency. We are on our own. Power hungry. Sir, with the cold upon us, people are getting worried about food shortage. There are complaints that the militia are abusing their authority to control food rations. Punish them. I'll take the motivation. Can't withstand the discontent right now. We have too much discontent. Food quality. People are complaining about the quality of food. They expect to be fed properly for their hard work, and many are angry with the fact they're getting gruel instead. You're joking, right? We don't have any food left. We got one thermal thing left to build, guys. And we need it built. Everything is getting cold. And... okay, why is the discontent rising so much? I need another infirmary. We need another infirmary. Now.
Workers, the fate of mankind is in your hands.
It really is! That is the most appropriate statement I've heard so far. A little bit of warmth. Sir, the people are working on the construction site really appreciate that you turned the heater on, but most of them are complaining that they can barely feel the heat from their workstations, allowing us to take short breaks to warm them up. While heating is on in the construction site, workers will work less efficiently, but will be less likely to keep it ill. Sure. Okay. You do have time to do this. Especially as we are... oh, that hunter's cabin didn't actually contain food. Or rather, like a camp of food, I should say. Interesting. Cold homes. Okay. Oh wow, they are cold. Right, if people can build those... I said I would keep all your houses warm. And keep them warm. I shall. Okay, guys. We must complete the generator.
Onwards with the
Your personal opinions no longer matter. This is a matter of safety for our humankind. What we also need is more coal, so if you can build us another gathering post... 2 of our people died. What? Sir, a crowd is gathering by the generator around a tall, weary man who's shouting and gesturing wildly. We built this Tower of Babel against the God of our Lord, and his wrath is kindred against us. He sent this great frost to smite us. Repent, lay down your tools and pray. Most people are just gazing, but a few kneel towards him. I have to let him be. I've got too much discontent. And though I'm doing my best to keep our motivation up, it's taking its way on things. You're out of resources, so destroy you. Destroy you. You still got a tiny bit, but you're out, so destroy you and destroy you. If a building is no longer functional, destroy it. That's just the way of things. And you're also out of food as well. I don't think we're going to have a problem with everything right now, because this generator is very nearly finished. Bad medicine. Oh, come on! So, a worker employed as a medic mixed up the machines and poisoned the patients. Unfortunately, 4 of them died. I'm so sorry, sobs the distraught worker. I was following the manual to the letter, I swear. Then a shadow crosses her face. Maybe the engineers altered it to make us look bad. I'd rather blame the engineers at this point. How's the warmth of everything? Everything is pretty damn warm. Nice to see. Alright, guys. 2 hours. According to this. It is fine. We will complete the generator tomorrow. And everything will be happy. We will have won. We will have saved Liverpool. I have now realized my mistake as I say that. And you know what? Just to, prove I want this place up and running and I care about you people, I'm making sure that, you're safe for the final little bits of working on this thing. Glory to the working class! Glory to the generator! We have saved the world!
The generator is operational. It's operational!
The generator. We did it! Sir, after great sacrifices, we finally completed the generator. Some said it could not be done, and yet here it stands, towering over the camp, majestic and defiant. A proof of our supremacy over the cold and Mother Nature. It seems to challenge the world. We will endure! And endure we shall. As we now hold out until the icebreaker arrives to take us home, we're almost done. So close, yet so far away. Wait for rescue. What? The generator is ready. Now we wait until the weather improves enough for ships to arrive and take us home. We just have to hold on a few days longer. There is still time to improve the generator. Research riser system, overdrive, and heat vents. You could have told me I would need that stuff. What's that? Old wreck. Sir, we are getting low on steel. Thankfully, we have a new source of it. One of the few advantages of this cold is that since the sea is frozen, it became possible to reach a nearby wreck on the foot. We now send people to salvage steel from it, although they will have to work in extreme conditions. Can I not build gathering posts for it like I can for these? Yes is the answer. I may. Good work. Congratulations. You finished the generator, not a moment too food. Nationwide food shortage caused people to take to the streets. There are riots in Manchester, Birmingham and Leeds. Chaos in the colonies is even worse. Ebenezer Craven, perfect name for a Prime Minister. The new Prime Minister wants to redirect the resources for your generator program. We might have to change your name. to change your next assignment. The icebreaker is on its way and should evacuate you soon. Don't we want to just stay here? In all honesty. No way out. Final day. Sir, the woman who has allegedly molested... who has been allegedly molested by the militarium hung herself. She left no note. This is of course unfortunate, but of course there's no way you could have known this who was telling the truth, or that she could resort to this.
Shift ends. Workers, enjoy your well-earned...
Well, that was a nice major motivation and discontent decrease. Oh. Those buildings weren't in range to be able to pick up the damn thing. Or at least that is. What's this? Food quality. I can't make proper meals, you bloody fucking idiots. I will use lethal force to pacify the idiots. If they can't understand the situation we're in, then they can go die. What the hell does it mean by deadly working conditions? There are no deadly working conditions. I'll accept overcrowded medical facilities, but there are definitely no overcrowded... whatchamacallits. Generator upgrade. Researched. Excellent. So, 20 exchanges and 15 composites, or 25 exchanges. No matter how you look at it. Missing lookout. Sir, if everything goes according to plan, the icebreaker should be here tomorrow. Not a moment too soon, as everybody is desperate to leave this place. One of our people went out on the ice to look for the ship, but it's been some time and he hasn't returned. His friends are worried that something has happened for him. You know what? We can go work for him. I mean, how many spare workers do we have? 200. Yeah, we can go look for them. I will keep forcing you people to subjugate. If you keep thinking you know better than me. Don't make me feed you cocaine. You know what? Actually... no, that doesn't reduce discontent. Oh, what now? Fate of the lookout. Sir, the search party returned in the dead of night, empty-handed in nerves. They found shreds of the man's knapsack and clothes in a circle of trampled bloody snow. The traces of dragging along a set of large foot paw prints. These are polar bear tracks, says an experienced explorer. These beasts normally keep far to the north of here until winter. We must get out of here. The weather, it really is getting crazy. Huh. Alright. I mean, I got one upgrade. For God's sake, if I have to pacify you all one more time... well, we got one upgrade, and that's all we're gonna get. Because we certainly don't have enough steel to get another. And here comes the warmth. Excellent. We did our best. We've bloody won, and I will not hear otherwise. So why is everyone leaving when we clearly need to live here? The end. Kindling of the flame. The huge generator, symbol of the workers' victory, slowly disappears from view, dwarfed by the mountains towering over it. You have won against all odds and look defiantly into the uncertain future. Workers inspired by the wonder they've built burn with fervor, eager to carry the news to the homeland. They will never forget what you showed them, that the old social order is just kindling for the flame. You have a feeling they will not watch idly the chaos engulfing the Empire. The flame you kindled might spread far and wide. So now you're going to tell me that we went too far, right? Oh, this is an interesting angle to look at it from. We bold every endeavor. Every bold endeavor demands sacrifice. And so, we did. selfless sacrifice, abolishment of privileges, muzzling discontent, propaganda. Can one life be worth more than another? Liverpool needed a chance. I manipulated to give it. 10 dead workers, 11 dead engineers. But was this price just? Site 113, New Liverpool. Support capacity 800 citizens, so chances of survival poor. Seriously now? Well, everyone, it looks like we did it! We saved Liverpool, assuming they can get their act together and actually do the right thing. So, everyone, what can I say other than thank you all for joining me today? I have been your host, the Parafox Archangel, the English gentleman of the internet, and I hope to see you all again next time. But I'm afraid that, until then, it is time for me to bid thee all farewell, good day, and finally, good night.